بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على خير المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. This is the 9th lecture, درس التاسع in this series. وأما الإخلاص لله فهو حقيقة الإسلام، إذ الإسلام هو الاستسلام لله لا لغيره، كما قال تعالى: ضرب الله مثلا رجلا فيه شركاء متشاكسون ورجلا سلما لرجل هل يستويان مثلا. الحمد لله بل أكثرهم لا يعلمون. فمن لم يستسلم لله فقد استكبر، ومن استسلم له ولغيره فقد أشرك. We talked about the ikhlas. We started addressing this issue, and we said the relationship between the ikhlas and the Islam inseparable. Between or without ikhlas, there is no Islam. And we said that Islam is the complete submission and to be driven by the orders of Allah Azza wa Jal. يقول رحمه الله: فمن لم يستسلم لله فقد استكبر. When someone is told to submit and he refuses, he only refuses because he thinks he's good to submit and he's better than listening. When you tell someone, do this, you tell your child, do this, and he said, I'm not going to do it, because he's disobedient, because he's عاق. وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى. When he has ordered the people to submit to his will subhanahu wa ta'ala, so those who refuse, they're following the footsteps of their father, Iblis. أَبَى وَاسْتَكْبَرَ. When he was commanded by Allah Azza wa Jal to submit, and قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ, and he was ordered to prostrate for Adam, he refused. أَبَى وَاسْتَكْبَرَ قَالَ أَنَا خَيْرٌ مِنْهُ. It's not in a matter of خَيْرٌ مِنْهُ or شَرٌ مِنْهُ. It's not. The bottom line is you were commanded by Allah Azza wa Jal, who created you, to submit, yet you still refuse. استكبر. والكبر أصل كل معصية. Any sin starts with al-kibr. Anyone who commits haram is because at that moment تكبر على الله. Because when Allah told him not to do it and he went along and did it, تكبر على الله، عصى الله. الله يقول له لا تزني، هو يزني وقال أنا أفضل، أنا أزني. من أنت تقول لي ما تزني؟ من أنت يا الله؟ Who are you to tell me not to commit sin? That's what happens at that moment. That's why the Prophet ﷺ says, when the person is committing zina, يرتفع عنه الإيمان. الإيمان leaves him. فكأنه ظلة. As if الإيمان is the cloud on top of his head. قال ابن عباس. So when he's done, if he repents, it comes down, back to him. And if he doesn't mind, stay up there, never come back to him. فلعله يموت على الكفر. He might die in that zina. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. So the bottom line is Islam, submission. We were talking about yesterday identifying or explaining Islam to be salam. هذا خطأ فادح. To tell people Islam or religion means peace, Islam means peace. This guy is so ignorant of Arabic, unbelievable. Or pretend not to know. But they have their own reasons when they say that. And most of the time it's kissing up. تملق. And so the bottom line is Islam أن تسلم الأمر إلى الله وتسلم لأمر الله. إذعان والانقياد والتسليم، هذا الإسلام. فإنه لا يدخلك في الإسلام إلا لا إله إلا الله، ومن شروط لا إله إلا الله الانقياد. الصدق، العلم، والصدق والإخلاص والمحبة والانقياد، كل هذه وغيرها من شروط لا إله إلا الله. هذه لا إله إلا الله ما هي كلمة فقط to say it with your mouth and you think you're done. اليقين، قبول، العلم واليقين والانقياد فادر ما أقول، والصدق والإخلاص والمحبة وفقك الله لما أحبه. بشروط لا إله إلا الله. أما أنا لا إله إلا الله, then when the order comes to you from Allah, you say I don't care. And when you're commanded to do, you say it's none of my business. When we show you the ayah in the book of Allah, you say I'm not convinced. هذا لعب. فقد ادعى أقوام قالوا لا إله إلا الله وهم في النار في مستوى أدنى من الكفار. إن المنافقين في الدرك أو في الدرك الأسفل من النار، يعني أوطى من الكافر. المنافق هذا he said لا إله إلا الله, but in the hellfire Allah says he's in the lowest level of the hellfire, so he's lower than the kafir. Just saying La ilaha illallah without tasdeeq in the heart, if it was believed truthfully in the heart, will reflect you. You won't dare to say I'm not convinced, or not yet, or I'll wait, or what's the wisdom? La. Trust in Allah. You say I'm Muslim, you submit to Allah. وما كان لمؤمن ولا مؤمنة إذا قضى الله ورسوله أمرا أن يكون لهم الخيرة من أمرهم. فلا وربك لا يؤمنون حتى يحكموك فيما شجر بينهم. مش بس هكذا، حتى يحكموك فيما شجر بينهم ثم لا يجدون في أنفسهم حرجا مما قضيت ويسلموا تسليما. Just to say Allah and the book of Allah and the Sunnah of the Prophet will be the judge between me and you. Not enough. Then you have to accept the hukum of Allah. You take someone to court, Sharia court, to a sheikh, to a scholar, to a mufti, to a qadi, and you say I got dispute between him and we want ruling of Allah. This is not enough. This is not enough for me to know you're a believer. It's not enough a sign that you're a believer. What you gonna do with the hukum? What you gonna do with the rule? So the verdict comes against you. Say I don't want this. Let's go to another judge. هذا رفض and rejection to the hukum of Allah. Or you say, well, fine, هذا إيمان. حكم الله على الرأس والعين. يحكموك ثم لا يجدوا في أنفسهم حرجا مما قضيت ثم يسلموا تسليما. They accepted as if it was ruled in their favor, even if it was against them. وقيل سبب نزول هذه الآية كان الزبير بن العوام رضي الله عنه عنده بستان، And there was Ansari whose land below in height, below the land of Zubayr. So in trains, the water first will hit the land of Zubayr, and then it will flow to the land of the Ansari. So Zubayr ibn al-Awwam radiyallahu anhu would hold the water until he uses it, whatever he needs, and then he let the rest go down. Because if he just opens, the water will never stay in his land. The water goes down, let's say, they made like a channel or a canal. Water sits there. If you don't block it with a dam, as they call it, water will just keep going down, will never settle there. And you don't know when you will need the water. So when it will drain, he will keep it, use whatever he needs, then open the dam and the water will flow to them. So they went. This Ansari complained. He went to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam with the Zubayr. So the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told the Zubayr, which is what anyone will rule. Use whatever you need and then let the rest go down. فقال الأنصاري, you ruled for him because he's your cousin. You ruled in his favor because he's your cousin. فأنزل الله عز وجل لا فلا وربك لا يؤمنون حتى يحكموك فيما شجر بينهم. حكموا. شجع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. They came to the Prophet ثم لا يجدوا في أنفسهم حرجا مما قضيت ما فعل ويسلموا تسليما. هذا الإسلام. يا أيها الذين آمنوا ادخلوا في السلم كافة. Enter into Islam completely, not choose and pick and choose whatever suits you. فمن لم يستسلم لله فقد استكبر. Who does not submit to Allah, being arrogant, just like Iblis. So every ma'siyah, remember this, every time you sin, you are being arrogant before Allah. Because when you reject the command of Allah Azza wa Jal, you're being arrogant. لا تتكبر على الله. ومن استسلم له ولغيره فقد أشرك. And I submit to Allah, but I'm going to submit to something else. Shirk. We talked about al-ikhlas last time. من ترك أو من فعل العبادة للناس أو من أجل الناس فقد أشرك. ومن تركها لأجل الناس فقد رأى. والإخلاص أن تعافى من هذا وذاك. Actions need to be for Allah. Every time you put something else, someone else along Allah, shirk. Saghir, kabir, small, minor, that's not the issue. The issue is shirk and could nullify your deeds. وكل من الكبر والشرك ضد الإسلام. كبر, shirk, ضد الإسلام. Because we said al-ikhlas along with al-Islam. Shirk, which is opposite of al-ikhlas, will be opposite of al-Islam. Kibr leads to shirk. Kibr leads to rejection of submission. أنا خير منه. أنا خير منه. خلقتني من نار وخلقته من طين. من قال إن النار أفضل من الطين؟ هو تهيأ. Who said, under what standards that fire is better than dirt? Was in his head that he was better. I'm better than him. هكذا everyone who thinks he's better than someone else for something that he had no choice in, ظالم, مستكبر, متكبر. My color is better than your color. And what choice you made anyway to have your own color? My race is better than your race. my this burden, my language, my time. We see it today, even amongst the Muslims more. He's from that family and he's from this side of the country and he's from the jahl, the takabbur. On the footsteps of Iblis. ويستعمل لازما ومتعديا. لازم يعني when the verb فعل لا يأخذ مفعولا به يسمى لازم، وإذا أخذ مفعولا به سمي متعديا. When the verb doesn't have an object, that's grammatically will be called لازم. And if it has an object, it will be called متعدي. كما قال تعالى إذ قال له ربه أسلم قال أسلمت لرب العالمين. هنا قال له ربه أسلم. هنا ما قال أسلمت لرب العالمين، ما في مفعول، أسلم خلاص أسلم. I submit. There is no need to say you submitted to what? Submit. And sometimes you have to say submit to what? قال تعالى بلى من أسلم وجهه. وجهه هنا مفعول به object. Said the one who submits his face يعني his direction. His direction is for Allah عز وجل. بلى من أسلم وجهه لله وهو محسن فله أجره عند ربه ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. قلنا من قبل لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. It's different than لا يخافون ولا يحزنون. لا خوف ولا يحزنون. The believers shouldn't grieve, shouldn't be sad. فالخوف من ما سيأتي والحزن على ما فات. حزن, grief for what passed. خوف, fear from what's to come. So the believer, the awliya of Allah, they are afraid, they should be afraid from Allah. فلذلك لم يقل الله عز وجل لا يخافون، قال لا خوف عليه، يعني لا يخاف عليه. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about the believers. The believers, Allah Azza wa Jalla, as long as they are holding to the rope of Allah, Allah will help them. لا يخاف عليه. Don't worry about them. أما لا يحزن, they shouldn't grieve. They shouldn't. And we will talk about which type of grief that they should not go through. أي حزن المنهي عنه. ففي حزن منهي عنه، في حزن مشروع. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لما مات إبراهيم قال إن القلب لا يحزن. ففي حزن مشروع. There's grief that is forbidden. And we will see that as we reach there. وأمثال ذلك في القرآن كثير. يعني الآيات إما لازم أو متعدي أراه. ولهذا كان عنوان الإسلام شهادة أن لا إله إلا الله. Now he tells you, after this introduction about Islam and the Ikhlas goes along with Islam, and the other way in different direction going istikbar or takabbur or kibr and arrogance and shirk, he tells you that's why indeed to enter Islam, and the main flag on Islam is La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. وهي متضمنة عبادة الله وحده وترك عبادة ما سواه. هذه لا إله إلا الله doesn't mean there is no God but God. Well, you didn't bring anything new to the people. If this statement, shahada, was to be translated the right way, by itself can convince people into Islam. Amma to go and just there is no God but God. Really? There is no me but me. Have you seen another guy like me? I'm the only one with this name and with this look in the world. The rest of my knowledge. That's the reality. There is only Abdul Rahman in the world that I know looks like that from here. There is no. So what is there is no God but God? What are you moving in there? It's nothing. This is not what it means. As they say, لا رب إلا الرب لا إله إلا الله. يعني لا معبود بحق إلا الله. الله يعني معبود. أله أي عبده. فالله عز وجل اسم الله has to do with العبادة, not with الربوبية. فإن كفار قريش كانوا يؤمنون لا رب إلا رب, no God but God. كفار قريش. The kuffar at the time of the Prophet ﷺ believed no God but God. Believed if you get sick, who you ask? The one in the heavens. If you hungry, who you ask? The one in the heavens. If you need help, who you ask? The one in the heavens. And why you worship all these idols? Just to connect us with the one in the heavens. No God but God. لا. الله معبود. لا معبود. لا إله لا معبود بحق إلا الله. No one is worthy of worship but Allah. وهي متضمنة. This لا إله إلا الله entails to worship Allah alone and to abandon and leave anything beside Him. Very simple. To worship Allah alone and reject everything beside Him. وهو الإسلام العام الذي لا يقبل الله من أحد من الأولين والآخرين دينا سواه. It's the only religion العام. إيش العام يعني؟ يعني the religion of all the prophets. Prophets and the messengers, that's their religion, Islam. In its aqidah, in the fact, if Islam to submit only to Allah and to only worship Allah, that's the message of all the prophets. From Adam, we will count him as a prophet until through Noah, all the way to the Prophet. Their religion was in Islam. They were Muslims. So don't say Jesus was Christian and Moses was Jew and Ibrahim was Muslimun. All of them were Muslimun. When it comes to this definition, Islam is to submit the will to the will of Allah, to worship only Allah, to adopt the manners and the etiquettes and the behaviors and suluk that Allah approved. All the prophets are Muslims. All the people are required to be Muslims. أمرت أن أقاتل الناس حتى يشهدوا أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمدا رسول الله. But when we talk about Sharia, about laws, fiqh, the foundations is amongst all the prophets. All the Ummah pray. Musa ordered them to pray. استعينوا بالصبر والصلاة. Isa ordered them to pray. Ibrahim ordered them to pray. Hajj, all the prophets made Hajj. صيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم. How could be different? The fasting of some people could be different than the fasting of Muslims today. The fasting of the Jews could be different. The fasting, the Hajj of those could be different than those. That is fine. But the foundations is there. Al-asl is there. Okay? So the bottom line, all the prophets and the messengers were Muslim. That is what is called the Islam al-Am. And each prophet has Islam khas. When it comes to the part of Sharia, the laws. أما العقيدة, the creed, كل العقيدة واحد. Allah is Allah. Rahman al-Rahim for Ibrahim, Rahman al-Rahim for Musa, and Rahman al-Rahim for Nuh. على العرش استوى for نوح, موسى, عيسى, and Ibrahim. ما في شيء. أما the laws could differ. فهذا قصده في الإسلام العام الذي لا يقبل الله من أحد من الأولين والآخرين دين سواه. This is the Islam that Allah Azza wa Jal will not accept from anyone, the earlier or the later, but Islam. When you live and you submit to Allah Azza wa Jal, كما قال تعالى ومن يبتغ غير الإسلام دينا فلن يقبل منه وهو في الآخرة من الخاسرين. Who accept any other religion, who seek any other religion besides Islam will not be accepted from him, and at the end he is amongst the losers. وقال تعالى شهد الله أنه لا إله إلا هو والملائكة وأولو العلم قائما بالقسط لا إله إلا هو العزيز الحكيم إن الدين عند الله الإسلام. The deen in the sight of Allah, the deen of Allah is Islam. وهذا الذي ذكرناه مما يبين أن أصل الدين في الحقيقة هي الأمور الباطنة من العلوم والأعمال وأن الأعمال الظاهرة لا تنفع بدونها. All this so far, things that we had spoken about, and this is the 9th lecture, is to show you that Islam and the deen, our religion, في الحقيقة هي الأمور الباطنة من العلوم والأعمال وأن الأعمال الظاهرة لا تنفع بدون. Bottom line, the religion, you want to be true Muslim, you want to be true mu'min, along the actions of outside, the asl and the foundation is the inside. Now these movements, what your hands do and your face does and your eyes and your legs, if it's not stemming out of a sound heart, then it's useless. هي الأمور فحقيقة الدين الأمور الباطنة من العلوم والأعمال. الأمور الباطنة يعني ظهر أعمال القلب. قلنا للقلب عمل، قلنا للقلب قول، القول تصديق، belief, actions. So along that in the heart comes outside. Outside is the fruit. If the outside you're doing good, as some brother, Allah, there are some Christians so generous, they give and charity. They do. We know that. It's going to help them with Allah and that. No. It won't help. Because the basis he did it for is not sound. We said Allah Azza wa Jal will only accept that which is done for him. They're doing it for him. But when they go to Africa and to Asia, they're holding the Bible with one hand and the box of food with the other hand. Doing it for Allah. Allah gives help, sins. They commit shirk with him, they accuse him of having a son, and he gives. The Muslims always give support to the non-Muslims, the oppressed ones, regardless, when they had power. For those who give and you see charity for Allah, the priest, They belong to the church. For Allah. Those people from the church, Allah in their hearts. When they say Allah has a son, that's what they're doing it. Their hearts are settled on La ilaha illallah. That's the bottom line. Their benefit, they get it here. They get it in the dunya. Allah Azza wa Jal la yadhlim mithqala dharra. Allah Azza wa Jal will reward everyone for what they do, according to their intention. والله أغنى الأغنياء عن الشرك. من أشرك بي شيئا تركته وشركه. Who associate with Allah something, He will leave him and his actions. I don't need partners with things you do for me. So those people you see, they're Christians and Jews and atheists and non-Muslims, and they're doing human rights as they call it, and nonsense, all of that. They're not doing it for Allah to be rewarded on the Day of Judgment. They get their reward here. They get recognized. They get paid. They get more support. They get reputation. That's what they want. That's what they get. And they don't come on the Day of Judgment and say, "Oh Allah, I gave sadaqah." Why did we give it for? فَإِنَّ أَوَّلَ مَنْ تُسَعَّرُ بِهِمُ النَّارِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ الْعَامِ. You know the famous hadith, the first three to be thrown in the hellfire. Those are Muslims. رَجُلٌ تَصَدَّقَ بِصَدَقَةٍ. What did you do? I used to give for your sake. فَقَالَ كَذَبْتُ. بَلْ تَصَدَّقْتَ لِيُقَالَ كَرِيمٌ فَقَدْ قِيلَ. And you gave, not for me. You gave so people can point to you and say, generous. It's been said. You got nothing with us. The only thing you got is shirk. And the punishment is the hellfire. Iyadu billah. You wanted it for recognition, you got recognition. Now what's left? Shirk, them. Because to do things for the people, riyah. Now we're going to punish you on your riyah. فَحَبِطَ عَنْهُ مَكَانٍ. Complete nullification of his deeds. Then, outside actions must be stemming out of sound heart actions for them to be valid. And that is enough indication to tell you the importance of the heart. And if all I do running around and lectures and leading salah and preaching and helping in the masjid and building a masjid and cleaning a masjid and this and that, and my heart is not the driving force and motive for all these things, you're wasting your time. You better go sell and buy, make some money. Some people, هذا والله خسران. نعوذ بالله أن نكون منهم. يكون جسرا يعبر عليه إلى الجنة ويلقى به في النار. هو جسر. He's the one who's teaching people the deen. He's the one who's telling the people to do the right thing. He's the one who's opening a masjid. He's the one who's spending on a masjid. Because of him, people coming to the masjid, and because of him, people learning the deen, and because of him, people practicing, and because of him, people excelling with Allah Azza wa Jal. All these people will walk over him as a bridge on the Day of Judgment over the hellfire to paradise, and then he will be thrown in the hellfire. نعوذ بالله من الخسران. ما فعل هذا لله عز وجل. إما لدنيا يصيبه, or some money to make, or reputation, so people can point out, brother so and so, mashallah, act. He's from one masjid to another. هذا وما أبرئ نفسي. This is very dangerous, stressful, that sometimes you think of the hours you put, you say, what if it's not accepted? You neglect families and business and life and enjoyment, and then you say, what if it's going to be thrown in my face? Enough stressful. And if you think you're doing great, problem. Because you might fall. Even this heart, we must take care of it. We must understand what's good for it and what's bad for it. We can stick to what's good and stay away from what's bad. إذن أصل الدين في الحقيقة هي الأمور الباطنة من العلوم والأعمال، يعني أمور القلب، أعمال القلب، وأن الأعمال الظاهرة لا تنفع بدونها. And the external and the outer actions mean nothing without connection in the inside. كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في الحديث الذي رواه أحمد في مسنده: الإسلام علانية والإيمان في القلب. الحديث ضعيف لكن المعنى صحيح. حديث ضعيف وهو قول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، أو كما قلنا يروى، يروى. فإذا تركت هكذا يروى كأنك تقول يعني لسنا متأكدين أقاله النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أم لم يقل، أو عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. العنعنة هذه عن النبي. فإذا رأيت مثلا حديث عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فبدأ تعرف عنه هذه عن came from where. Because عن means the Prophet said or related from the Prophet. It doesn't tell me you heard it. Because we are past that. When you go back and go down to the beginning of the hadith and the books of hadith, there's a problem you see in the sanad an. Some ulama, their an is rejected. Some mudallisun. His an will not be accepted unless the one who is reporting his hadith is someone who's well specialized in him, that he knows when he says an, he's telling the truth. يعني شعبة one of the علماء في الحديث يقول كفيتكم تدليس ثلاثة. تدليس is three. Those are علماء and big علماء في الحديث and رواة البخاري. But if they say عن, we have to take more. Some ulama, if they say عن, خلاص, عن, his عن is like his, we heard. Will be accepted, no problem. But some, because he wants to rise in the Senate, he says عن. For example, just to make it simple, he tells me, or Abdul Rahman tells me something. That Jamal said. So Abdul Rahman heard something from Jamal. So he comes and he tells me. Or Jamal told him something, so he comes and he tells me. And I want to make it stronger. If I come and say, Abdul Rahman told me that Jamal did or said, you might say, there is Abdul Rahman between them. Now we need to check. But if I say Jamal said, then stronger. Let's say Jamal tripped. So Abdul Rahman comes, did you hear Jamal tripped? So I say, Abdul Rahman told me Jamal tripped. And you say, could be Abdul Rahman, so did not see, or he thought it was Jamal. But if I say, Jamal tripped, I saw Jamal tripped, stronger. So some of the ulama wants to make the narrations shorter, closer to the Prophet ﷺ. So he will say, an. But he did not, he will say, an Jamal. But he heard it from Abdul Rahman. But it's, so sometimes we have to be careful. That's what they mean by an. So Shu'bah al-Hajjaj says, كفيتكم تدليس ثلاث. أعمش سبيعي and Qatada. In other words, if you say in the Senate, one of those three say an, you need to check and dig more. But if you see that Shu'bah said that الأعمش said عن, خلاص, you take this. Shu'bah already searched and made sure that الأعمش did hear it from this guy that he said عن. Understand? Right. So that's why we're saying روية. The hadith is weak or ضعيف. We don't want to say قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. هذا يعني لا يفعله إلا أهل الورع. بعض الناس والله لعله إذا نطق ما ينطق بالحديث، يعلم الحديث الصحيح وما ينطق. حبه قلبه معلق بالضعيف. وما those groups that go around and they refuse Bukhari and Muslim, they will not read from those, and all they stuck with فضائل أعمال. فضائل أعمال على رأسه. كتاب مشحون بالخزعبلات موضوعات. ايش تتاجر فيه؟ هذا لو كان عنده ورع في دينه and worried to lie about the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, will use something authentic. لا, this is our book, فضائل الأعمال. هذا فضائل الأعمال, the best place for it is to be buried or burned. Well, you find him in their masjid, you want him فضائل الأعمال. ليش؟ يعني واي. والله يا أخوة, in Philly, that masjid that I told you the story when people put me in charge, came one of those groups. They want to stay in the masjid, no problem. After the fariḍah, they jumped on the mic. يلا فضائل. Grab the mic out. So, there is الأربعين النووية. There is Riyadh al-Salihin, there is Bukhari, there is Muslim. Read from them. Let's put Fadala. They refuse. I said, you're not reading, actually you're not staying in this masjid. Next tomorrow you leave. Don't play this game. كتب أجمعت الأمة على صحتها. أنت تجيب لي كتاب فضائل الأعمال, كتاب full of fabricated stories, شركيات فيه. It's some shirk. إذن هذا كان نقول. بعضهم إذا سمعت منه الحديث يجب عليك أن تبحث بصحة. ونحن لا نروي عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إلا الصحيح. وإذا روينا غيره وضحنا كما نفعل. We owe to ourselves that we're only going to narrate the صحيح. If we do other than that, we will نبين, we will tell. This hadith is weak, but the meaning is okay. هذه أمانة عبد الله. أنت تعلم when you say قال النبي, you know what you mean? If you really understood what this expression is, you will make sure you're saying the right thing. When you say قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, you know what you're doing? أنت كأنك توقع عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. You are signing on behalf of the Prophet, as if the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم gave you power of attorney. Actually not the Prophet, but Allah Azza wa Jalla. The hadith of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم is deen from Allah. So you say قال النبي, أنت you saying Allah said. ما الحديث وحي. وما ينطق عن الهوى هو إلا وحي يوحى. When it comes to umur al-deen and the issues and the affairs of the deen, it's all revelation and wahy from Allah Azza wa Jalla. So you say قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, you're saying Allah told the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم to say. So you better be sure. من كذب علي متعمدا فليتبوأ مقعده من النار. من قال علي ما لم أقل فليتبوأ مقعده من النار. ايش هذه الحديث؟ النسائي, not important. Who claim or who says something about me I did not say, let him assume his place in the hellfire. إذن الإسلام علانية والإيمان في القلب. حديث ضعيف معناه صحيح. The hadith is weak, but the meaning is right, and it's what we have explained. الإسلام علانية. Islam is the outside. الإيمان is in the heart. Without Iman, what's the point of Islam? You can act, pray like a Muslim, fast like a Muslim, give zakah like a Muslim, do hajj like a Muslim. but in your heart you hate Islam. You don't believe in Allah. You don't believe in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But they, your salah is better now, but they prayed behind the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn prayed behind the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وهو رأس المنافقين في النار. ولهذا قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في الحديث المتفق عليه عن النعمان بن بشير عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: الحلال بين والحرام بين وبين ذلك أمور مشتبهات لا يعلمهن كثير من الناس، فمن اتقى الشبهات استبرأ لدينه وعرضه، ومن وقع في الشبهات وقع في الحرام، كالراعي يرعى حول الحمى يوشك أن يواقعه. ألا وإن لكل ملك حمى، ألا إن حمى الله محارمه، ألا وإن في الجسد مضغة إذا صلحت صلح الجسد لها سائر الجسد كله، وإذا فسدت فسد لها سائر الجسد، ألا وهي القلب. هذا الشاهد، ألا وهي القلب. هذا الحديث حديث النعمان بن بشير الصحيح، وضعه بعض العلماء يزن ثلث الإسلام. العلماء say 3 أحاديث. The deen of Islam is summed in those 3 أحاديث. أول حديث عمر: إنما الأعمال بالنيات. intention، إخلاص. قال بعض العلماء قال this hadith should be written at the beginning of every chapter. If you have a book and chapters in it, at the beginning of every chapter you should put this hadith, because that's what matters. And I'm going to tell you about transactions and worship and ibadah and salah and hajj, and you have no intention. Waste of time. حديث عمر، وهذا أول حديث في البخاري. أول حديث، وهذا من فقه الإمام البخاري رحمه الله. أول حديث، first حديث من صحيح البخاري: إنما الأعمال بالنيات. طب آخر حديث، إيش آخر حديث في البخاري؟ سيم كلمتان خفيفتان على اللسان ثقيلتان في الميزان حبيبتان إلى الرحمن سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم. كأنه يقول لك رحمه الله: اجعل آخر كلامك من الدنيا سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم. اجعل آخر كلامك من الدنيا ذكر الله عز وجل. So that is the hadith. The second hadith, حديث عائشة رضي الله عنها المسلم: من أحدث في أمرنا هذا ما ليس منه فهو رد. Whoever introduced something in this deen shall have it rejected. And the third hadith, this Nu'man ibn Bashir: halal bayn wal haram bayn. Halal is clear and haram is clear. But الشاهد, and the point of this hadith is at the end: ألا وإن في الجسد مضغة إذا صلحت صلح الجسد كله وإذا فسدت فسد الجسد كله ألا وهي القلب. There is the piece of flesh in the body. That's what it all matters. If it's good, the body is good. هذا ملك الأعضاء. القلب ملك. القلب is the king of the body. إذا صلح الملك صلحت الجنود. If the king is good, the soldiers will be good. Your hands, soldiers; your fingers, soldiers; your eyes, soldiers; your ears, soldiers; your feet, soldiers. If the king gives the right orders, the soldiers will do the right thing. When the king is someone like Bashar, look what the soldiers will do. Very important. فاعتني بقلب. هذا قلبك, your heart. You must take care of it. قلب, you have 2 enemies. شهوات, شبهات. شهوات, شبهات. Desires, whims. love for things, and shubuhat, doubts, shukuk, riba. When things come your way, either shubha or shahwa. That's what will destroy your heart. Shahwa, desires. Once you start getting deeper, nukitat nukta sawda. Every time you sin, your heart starts getting covered until it's dark. لا ينكر منكرا ولا يعرف معروفا كالكوز مجخيا. كوز مجخي. Like a cup upside down. Doesn't hold anything. والشبهات will destroy you. Shubuhat. Some of the brothers Adamullah, he wants to go argue the Bible. وهو قرآن ما يعرف. You find him sitting down and reading the Bible and taking notes. What are you doing? Well, I'm studying the Bible so I can debate the Christians. Brother, watch how much you know about the Quran. Quran comes after I debate the Christians and learn the whole Bible, then I'll study. Really? هذا إن لم يفتن يعني رحمه الله عز وجل. هذا البايو فتنة أصلا. If you are not well prepared and protected and shielded with your own deen, read Bible. أنت مطالب reading Bible. You're requested to read Bible. أنت you're stronger in your iman than Umar. When the Prophet ﷺ saw him reading some of the Torah, got angry with him. لو موسى معنا معك وسعه إلا أن يتبعني. You don't know. No, you see it. ينقلبون على عقابهم. Some Muslims read the Bible, got inspired somehow. Well, most of it is lies anyway, fabricated videos. But some do, of course they do. ما أعلم ما شوف أنت when it comes to Islam, you hear a lot of people, priests becoming Muslim. Have you heard Sheikh becoming Christian? Seriously, who can become Christian? Some guy who wants papers. So he goes and he fooled the church. No, I ran away, they're going to oppress me and kill me if I tell them I became a Christian. So they get him papers and he put the cross and food and all that hookups. It's just for playing games with us. إن مات على هذا مات على شيء. Someone wants to marry a woman. Someone wants money. Who gets it? Seriously. Someone who's after his desires and he sees the Bible and Christianity allows him to do whatever he wants. And I used to see him preaching tables in college. Tables, Bible, clubs, tables. Teaching, inviting people to Christianity. And the guy and the girl holding hands. Boyfriend and girlfriend. And they're preaching Christianity. Kharab, damar shamil. Seriously, the people gone. People. في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا. ما في عنده حلال وحرام. Christians don't have halal and haram. كله علاوة. Everyone does whatever he wants, whatever he believes to be right. I don't know why they're persecuting or executing or whatever you want to use those priests in the Catholic Church. كله goes for molesting children. And you told him he can never touch a woman. He got natural desires. What you expect? What you want from him? You put 100 children, 5 and 6 and 8 and 10, with a guy who cannot touch a woman. What you expect from him? Of course, that's not to justify, but the point is, كما تزرع تحصد. You planted this seed in his heart. وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال: القلب ملك والأعضاء جنوده، فإذا طاب الملك طابت جنوده، وإذا خبث الملك خبثت أو خبث جنوده أو خبث جنوده. Abu Hurairah said, not the Prophet, Abu Hurairah. He said, the heart is a king, and the faculties, the parts of your body, the soldiers. If the king is good, soldiers will be good. If the king is bad, soldiers will be bad. وكما تكونوا يولى عليكم. We want Umar bin Khattab to be our president. Yet we still want to live the way we want. كما تكونوا يولى عليكم. كما قال عمر. You want Allah to send you a good leader, you start to be good. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. People still want, subhanAllah. يعني they talk democracy, those people. Oh, الخطة. الذي مسه الشيطان. Democracy. Then this guy in Egypt won. Muhammad Morsi. And we got Muhammad Morsi here. Egyptians think they got Muhammad. We got Muhammad Morsi here too. And then the first thing comes, resign from the party. The party that got him to win, was behind him. Where is the matter? Since when did they tell Bush resign from the Republican Party when he won? So why do you have to tell this guy? And then resolve the party. These are requests, these are demands. And then they tell democracy. كله تخبط نفاق, hypocrisy. Away from Allah Azza wa Jal. Anything away from Allah Azza wa Jal, that's all you're going to see. We are نشوف. We will see العجب, العجائب. As this man go along. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal, if his intention is the deen and to establish the sharh of Allah Azza wa Jal, we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to help. If his intention, power and authority, we ask Allah to show us ayah. That's the bottom line. We just repeat the same thing. We don't want that. That will not change our condition. قولوا قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. صلى الله على سيدنا محمد. جزاكم الله خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.